right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to VStateBlazers.com. Matt Malone. I'm here with head coach Kerwin Bell for Valdosta State football, coming in on the back end of a first week of practice. And coach, we just want to get more information from you today. Talk a little bit about first week of practice. You're closing out the first 7 days. What do you think so far about what you've seen?
Well, first of all, I love the attitude. We've had a great off season. The kids are really got their focus and really are determined to play well this year. And they really come together as a team. And we're competing every day in practice is what we ask for, a lot of competition. And so naturally they're getting better every day, and we feel good about it.
I want to talk to you about a couple of different positions and how things are stacking up so far. I know yesterday you were talking a little bit about the running backs and how you feel good about that position, how the depth you have there. Talk a little bit about that position.
Well, one thing we had to add some guys who could really make a difference back there and some big play potential back there. We think we've done that. We brought in Ron Johnson, who played at University of Connecticut, UConn, was a starter there throughout his 3-year career, off and on, and was in the rotation. He's a big, powerful guy who's got great speed. We like Isaiah Johnson. Cedric Hollingshed was a great player for us last year. And then Jordan Germany's just a pro. And then from there we got 2 or 3 more. So we are really loaded that position. I really like the depth we have there. I like the versatility. We got some guys, some smaller guys, but they have a big play potential with the speed they have. So, we got to be able to use these guys and use them and make sure we're more explosive in the run game than we were last year.
You look at that offensive line and some of the guys coming back on the roster. You talk about Jeremy King, you talk about Brandon Kemp, Andrew Marshall. I mean, you got to feel good about what's going on right there.
Well, we've turned it around. From when I got here, I think we may have had 3.5, 4 players I thought could play at this level on the offensive line. Now we may have 9 or 10 that we can win in this level. So we feel really comfortable with our depth. We got some guys nicked up a little bit, but we've got some guys who I think is going to be really good up front. Really, they play well together. They're good guys. You can hold them accountable, which is what you want in an offensive lineman. And that's where it all starts for us offensively, is up front. And I feel very comfortable with that group that we have.
Shifting gears to the defense, let's talk about the secondary. Of course, we lost All-American Kenny Moore, who's doing some big things up in New England right now. We're real proud of him, of course. But got some names coming back that really helped, do a great job and give us those great numbers last year in that secondary.
Well, we did lose some really good players. Donatella Brown also with Kenny and a couple other guys, but we got a lot of veterans there too. You're talking about Andre Johnson and Brandon Rose, and all those guys can really play, and they really adding a lot. We also did add Steve DeRozier, a transfer. So we've got some depth there. We moved Steven Denmark over there from receiver there. He's a fabulous athlete, probably one of the best athletes on the team. So we've really got a lot of depth there. We got a lot of leadership back there too. A lot of veterans who's played a lot of snaps. And even though you lose that kind of players, it's great to see that we have the returning players we do.
This first week, you guys got a chance, to get some work in before classes start. How important is this first week of practice?
Well, like I told them, this is sort of our first phase of our season, in season, and it's the camp. It's the first phase, and you try to separate yourself. And I think it's probably you can separate yourself here more than any other time in the season. Think about it. When you're not playing a game and you're having to go to practice every day, there's some teams in this country that's going to sort of go through the motions. After 4 or 5, about this time of camp, they'll start just sort of trying to buddy and not get better, not compete against each other. They're really great teams, the teams that have championship aspirations. Those are the teams that's going to fight through that tough stretch there, and they're going to continue to battle, to continue to compete, continue to get better before the season starts. And this team's heading in that direction. I feel good about that.
It was warm out there today. They certainly were pushing through it today. It was good to see. Coach, I wanted to also ask you about an upcoming event we've got coming up on Sunday at 7 p.m. There's a scrimmage lined up. Tell us a little bit about what's scheduled for that event and what's going on.
Yeah, Wednesday morning was our first scrimmage yesterday, and we had all our Blazer backers. We invited them out. We're going to invite them out again Sunday to our second scrimmage. It's going to be a nice scrimmage here Sunday afternoon at 7 p.m. And then we also want our faculty and staff here and their children to come out and meet the Blazers and be a part of the scrimmage here at 7 o'clock Sunday before we open up school the next day. So hopefully that'll be great. And then later on, the end of that week, that Saturday, will be a big student day. And have all the students out here, have some slip and slides. We're going to have some fun time out here next Saturday on the 19th. But this Sunday, our next scrimmage, will be our faculty and staff and their children. Love to get them out here and meet our team.
That's August 13th. If you're a member of the faculty and staff of Valdosta State and you're interested to come out here and see what Valdosta State football's got going on, it's a perfect opportunity this Sunday at 7 p.m. and you can come out and watch the team and have a good time, bring your family out. Coach, thanks for your time today. If anybody's wondering about the level of coaching that's going on out here, just listen to Coach Bell's voice. You can hear the strain in his voice. He's been working it hard this week. We're glad to have him on board. We're glad to have a great season coming up, and we invite you to stay tuned to www.vstateblazers.com.